If you still need to figure out how to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month every month consistently wholesaling real estate, guys, this is the video series that you want to be watching. In this video series, I'm going to break down the 4 most important steps and pieces to the puzzle that's going to allow you to make at least $10,000 to $20,000 every single month virtually wholesaling or wholesaling real estate. Make sure that you watch till the end, because at the end, I'm going to give you guys free resources and tools so you can make this a reality. Let's go. This is part 2 of our 4-part series on wholesaling and virtual wholesaling. If you need to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month consistently every single month in this business, these are the videos that you want to watch to gear up and get started. Marketing is going to be the next step in this process. There are so many different types of marketing methods out there. There's direct mail, there's cold calling, there's cold texting. You could do inbound marketing like running ads on Google, Facebook, TikTok. All of these methods work. You can also just straight up buy leads from pay-per-lead companies. All of these methods work. It just depends on your process, how often you're reaching out, and the quality of the leads. Cold calling and cold texting have a lot of restrictions and a lot of laws. As those cold calls and texts hit the different cell phone carriers, a lot of them are getting blocked. So your message may not be getting through, and you may be spending a lot of time and money in your CRM on virtual assistants to try to reach people who aren't very interested. On average, a cold call lead takes 180 days to convert into a contract. That's a long time, guys. So my favorite marketing method right now is running ads on Facebook and TikTok, because these leads are very cheap. If you're doing nationwide virtual, all of these small markets, the leads are between $6 and $12. And for major markets like Dallas and Phoenix, the leads are around $25 to $30. So per lead, you're really not paying that much. And as long as you're able to get to those leads really quickly, which we'll talk about in the CRM section, you're going to be in a great position to capitalize on a lot of very motivated sellers. You're reaching people where they already are on Facebook, on Instagram, scrolling all day. You're able to reach them at a very effective price, and you're able to reach them quickly when they're ready to sell. And I love these methods right now because it's kind of like cold calling. You're interrupting someone in their day, but you're interrupting them somewhere where they actually don't mind being interrupted and they expect to be interrupted. So these are my favorite marketing methods because, number one, they keep your costs low. They give you a lot of lead flow, so you get more at-bats or more opportunities to close a deal. And they don't cost an arm and a leg like PPL. PPL is pay-per-lead, and there's tons of pay-per-lead companies. I'm sure you guys have heard of a lot of them. Leads can cost anywhere between $180, $350, and $450 just for one seller lead. Now, I don't know about you, but if the average deal takes 1 to 25 seller leads to close a contract, that's just crazy. You could spend $25,000 before you ever get a deal. And trust me, we had times where we would spend $15,000 a month on pay-per-lead and wouldn't get results, or maybe would close one deal. But a deal is not guaranteed to be $15,000 or $25,000 or $35,000. So you could do that and just be a negative. The zinger here is that the pay-per-lead companies oftentimes are just running ads just like you could yourself. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, these are all things that you can learn yourself. Now, Google leads are going to be more expensive depending on what market you're in, which goes back to the market section that we talked about and not choosing oversaturated markets. But if you're running your own ads, a Google lead could be between $90 and $200 in a regular median-sized market, and could be upwards of $280, $320 if you're in a highly competitive market. So it's important to know which markets have the most amount of investor sales and the least amount of competition, so you can spend money in markets that aren't going to be super expensive. If you choose to do pay-per-lead or Google, sticking to those types of markets will help. But honestly, running your own ads or paying an ad company $1,500, $2,000 a month to run those ads for you, and you're only spending between $12 to $30 per lead, you're going to save a ton of money and be able to move a lot faster because you don't have to focus on the marketing half of things. So when it comes to marketing, you can still be sending direct mail, you can still be cold calling, still be cold texting, but What I do and what my team does and what I think is a lot more effective is for cold calling, cold texting, mail, we're sticking to niche categories like code violations, like probates, like pre-foreclosures, and we're not just like machine gun methoding every single lead out there, because in that case there might be 30,000 vacant properties in a market. It's going to be a lot of time and money spent between VAs, text message costs from your CRM, call costs from your CRM just to reach those people, when you could be spending that money running ads to people that actually want to sell already, which is why they're filling out a form. It helps your sales process a lot when people are reaching out to you versus you cold outreaching other people. When someone fills out a form, they actually want to sell. When you call someone out of the blue, they can always say, well, you called me, so what do you want? It does kind of help a little bit to say, well, you filled out this form, so we're trying to get you that offer that you wanted. They asked for it, right? I would much rather spend my marketing dollars in areas like that than doing cold outreach incessantly to no avail to a bunch of people who may not even need the money, may not even need to sell. So these are some things we think about when we think about marketing. It's planning, it's strategizing, choosing a budget and a strategy that we can stick to for at least 6 months and not switching that up. Because when you switch things up too much, it doesn't give it time to sink in and actually take effect and work. Just like when you switch your markets up too much, switching up your marketing methods too much is a reason why a lot of people spend a ton of money. Like we did those couple months that we tried to throw $25,000, $15,000 a month on pay per lead and didn't get the results because we weren't able to continue that high spend for 6 to 8 months without results. You want to pick something that you can spend for 6 months without results if you had to, which is why I think a budget of $2,000 to $5,000 a month is great. And in that time, close a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 deal or a couple $15,000 deals. That'll pay you back more than and allow you to continue to keep marketing. So what's the strategy? What's the budget? And can I keep it up for 6 months is very important when you're thinking about marketing and aligning with the right exit strategies. So no matter what motivated lead comes in, you're able to make that deal happen for the seller, make that deal happen for you and actually make money on it.